Hello and welcome back to Looking Glass Letterbox for Teatime and Tarot. If you haven't been here before, this is a daily journal. I'm posting Mondays through Fridays for 2021. So if you'd like to follow along, check in every day, check in every once in a while, take a Sunday morning and review the videos from the weeks before, see maybe how that applied to your previous week and how it might help in the week coming ahead. This is a general reading just to see what the cards have for us to consider on a daily basis, so it's not for any specific person or specific sign. If it resonates with you, great, I hope it's helpful. If not, I hope at least it's something interesting to consider. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Happy to see you here again. Thank you for your time and attention, regardless of being new or old. I realize it's valuable, and I'm grateful that you share some of it with me, so thank you for that. Immediately on the table here, we have the Six of Wands. That is victory through action. So some gain, some connection, some reciprocity, some exchange, some nature of growth has been engaged through working through some point of adversity or some point of conflict or a tricky situation or a hard decision to make. You followed through consistently with your intention, supporting your action to come out to the other side into a point of growth. Now this was on the table yesterday, clarifying, what was it clarifying? The Nine of Pentacles. So something in regards to your independence and your resiliency and your determination to follow through on what you've decided to embark upon and create and bring into your external world, into manifestation. And then next we have on the table, and the Five of Wands, I believe, was also on the table, clarifying the Page of Cups. So remaining open, remaining receptive, even through difficulty, even through conflict and obstacle or impatience or difficulty, remaining open and receptive to stay in alignment and in frequency with attracting towards you what it is that you're seeking out. And you've reached the point of celebration, a point of stability through your actions and whatever it is that you've decided to develop this year, this past year, whether you started yesterday or 2 weeks ago or at the beginning of the year, last year, whatever you've decided upon tenaciously following through on and maintaining that sort of steadfast encouragement and activity in the direction of, it's time to take a break to celebrate the stability that you've already gained, how far you've already come in your efforts. You're not at the finish line, but you've started and you've made progress. So well done. If that's connecting with you, well done there. And then the 6 and the 4 together, we have the 10. So you're well on your way to establishment after maybe releasing some of the overwhelm and the overstimulation and sort of the burden of expectation related to embarking on a creative endeavor or an endeavor to manifest in the external. You may have released some of that overwhelm or some of those more difficult points that tend to trip you up from progress, and sort of dug into the process of the development instead of the expectation of the result of that process. That's an excellent step. And then the Queen of Cups, beautiful, water on water. That's being at home and comfortable in an emotional realm, in your emotional response. It is a sensitive place to be, but it's also understanding how to engage in flow, how not to be tossed around by your emotions, but how to process through them, acknowledge them, accept them, let them flow through, because there's more coming. So maintaining emotional understanding of the process that you're engaged with. And Rose she's very pleased with her cup right there. So she's not despondent, she's not depressed, she's not full of anxiety or detached, which sometimes the Queen of Wands is the card of Cancer. So it's a little bit moody. But this particular card is wellness within your emotional sensitivity and adeptness and how you navigate those spaces to maintain equilibrium. Lovely. And then we have, we'll do one more. So very bright for this day 29 of the daily journal. I can't believe it hasn't, oh, it's been a month, but it hasn't even been 30 days that I've posted. It feels like I've been doing this forever already, and I'm very much enjoying it, so I hope that you're enjoying it too. But the process has definitely kept me focused on what it is that I'm developing in those times of struggle or faltering or imperfection and frustration with that. So I hope that it's helping you as well. One more card, because we have a bright day on the table today. And Queen of Pentacles. So understanding what it takes to manifest, create abundance, bring what is the imaginary, and align your efforts and intentions, maintain emotional stability, add all that up together to create abundance and nurture it and expand it and manage it and sustain it over a long period of time. So if you've embarked upon a project or a long-term endeavor, you're feeling good about where you are at the moment in the process. Didn't mean to shuffle there. So you have the you're at a point of celebration today. So at the bottom of the deck we have death, transformation, card of Scorpio as well. So water, fire, earth, so very stable zone being in here, and death is the process of the transformation. So you're evolving into the new from what was before. So an involvement is taking the lessons and the wisdom and the experience that you had previously, forgiving the past, and that space of transformation is occurring, and you're going with it. You're going with the flow. You know it's part of the process, and you're feeling good about how far you've come, the things that you've done, the place that you're at the moment in this process, and allowing the transformation to continue and to be engaged within that space. At the top of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So addressing those things that keep you, this is the air space. Looks like you've overcome anxiety already, any anxiety or self-limiting belief or lack of faith or trust that what you want to do is possible for you. This is someone who has tapped into the buying in, going all in, trusting, embracing the trust, embracing the faith that aligning your action and intention and endeavor will bring you into connection with the development of the abundance that it is that you seek, or the result that it is that you're looking for. Okay, so when you do have those moments of mental discomfort, you know, in the mind, in the story you tell yourself, in the belief that you can follow through within your thoughts, do a double check and say, okay, why am I having that response right now? Why am I afraid right now? Why don't I think that this, I thought it was possible yesterday. What all of a sudden has changed? Why don't I think it's possible today? You know, take a moment to ask yourself those questions, and that may help you to process through those things. And then the Page of Wands, that was at the bottom of the deck yesterday. Check in your plans. We are in Mercury retrograde. Things are slowing down. Things are getting confused in communication-wise, contracts-wise, agreements-wise. So double check your plans. It's a great time to do it, to dig into the details of that and make sure that the plans that you've made and agreements that you've already entered into, which are okay, are going to pan out in a way that you like, or if you need to redirect, rearrange, reconsider where it is that you're going. But again, in Mercury retrograde, don't make any definite decisions, or it may not be wise to make any definite decisions or sign any contracts for new connection until the end of the month when Mercury goes again direct. If you just take time and space to make sure that what you think it is what it actually is before you firmly commit to anything during a Mercury retrograde. If you like to work with the astrological influences, that is. Again, it's all your choice. It's all up to you. I can't tell you what to do. This is all about reflecting upon what you feel is right for you, what you feel is in alignment with you, the messages that you're receiving throughout these cards, how that's resonating with you, if it's resonating at all. Six of Wands and the Four of Cups. So take some time to check in with yourself that you're still in alignment, because you're at a point of just coming through obstacle or challenge with the Six of Wands, because you were just in the Five. So after that victory, check in with yourself, on the emotional scope, make sure like, okay, I'm still in alignment, I'm feeling good. Rechecking my plans with that Page of Wands, allowing for the transformation, being open to it, and make sure you're have that sort of core of confident receptivity and wellness. And then don't stay there too long to become detached, but remember to look back up and see what you've already achieved, see new opportunities that are approaching you for connection. So Four of Cups following victory of Six of Wands is just check in with yourself, check your compass, realign, just a safety check of the perimeter within. And then the Four of Wands, Star. Okay, you're well on your way. You're working, the universe is working on your behalf. You're working in frequency with the universe, consistently following through and readjusting and planning and doing what needs to be done to further your course of action. So the star shining down on your celebration, that's an auspicious sign. Also the card of Aquarius. It may be helpful to speak to an Aquarius, or enjoyable to speak to an Aquarius. This is a card of Scorpio. It may be helpful or advantageous to speak to a Scorpio. Let's clarify this Queen of Cups. So it looks like we're going into the weekend with bright eyes. King of Pentacles. All right, so you have the divine pair here about regarding entrepreneurship and external and material establishment, and yourself and your family and your community, knowing how to reign over that, how to manage it, how to take a decisive position in order to call the shots in those arenas. It's a unification with the divine pair here, and coupled up with the wellness and the equanimity that's with this Queen of Cups at the bottom. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Wands, so there's still ways to go. You haven't reached complete establishment in this phase yet, but you're well on your way. You've gained wisdom, experience, skills, tactics, all of that stuff through your actions. So take a moment to rest, but it's not the end. There's still work to do, but you're taking the time to celebrate that, how far you've come already, to revitalize you and reinvigorate you for what's next. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Okay, so Five of Pentacles is feeling out of your element, out of your resources, how you normally operate doesn't seem to work, and where it is that you're trying to develop or to manifest or to bring things about into the external. So you may have to think outside of the box. Check your resources, recheck how you're looking at things that are already available to you, reimagine how they can be applied to what it is that you're trying to develop. Look for new connection where you might not have looked for resources in specific areas, but the resources that you normally have available to you just don't apply in this particular scenario or for getting to the next stage of your development. So you have to seek new information. Be curious with the Page of Swords. There's information out there. There's information that is going to apply, that's going to open this up and bring you into connection with the Six of Pentacles. So be curious. Look around. Look at things in ways that you haven't looked at them before. Ask questions that you haven't asked for before. Seek the knowledge that you need to apply in order to further what's the word I'm looking for? Further reinforce this process and the establishment of what it is that you're trying to create here. So this weekend, there's some information out there that's available to you if you're looking for it. You just may need to think outside of the box where you need to go in order to find it. So innovation applies with the Five of Swords. It is a point of challenge again. It's a point of 5, so it's a point of challenge or obstacle that needs to be engaged with, because there's something within that scenario that is going to be beneficial for you to learn, that's going to benefit you down the line. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. So still hearing the call, still stepping up into the next level of development. That may be why you need to take a moment to celebrate, to appreciate where you've been so that you can re-energize for where it is that you're going. the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is a very temporary energy, very hot fire, very excitable, but it is fleeting. It can be fickle. If it's an opportunity or a connection that comes on really strong, remember it's Mercury retrograde, so take some time before you agree to anything. Consider it, absolutely, but make sure that it is what you think it is before you agree to it and move forward on it. And then in the middle, we have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, dig into the work, dig into the details, check the fine print, continue consistently following through on what it is that you've been working on so far, the core of what it is that you're doing to develop mastery in those areas. All right, but everything else, especially if it's a sudden, exuberant, like amped up opportunity or connection or person that wants to sort of get involved in what it is that you've been consistently developing and attempting to master and bring forward, take your time before you agree to accept that. If it's sincere, it's going to allow you the time to decide if that is going to be in alignment and beneficial for you. You know, if it's not, maybe not so much. So just double check all the connections, check the backgrounds, ask the questions, get references. That may be what this Five of Pentacles and Page of Swords is referring to. All right, so just be careful about what you're connecting with and what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. Very important. And then for the universe has my back. Okay. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless I am. All right, faith and trust that the universe is going to bring along the right opportunities, especially if that Knight of Wands is something you discover you need to say no to, even though it was something that you were very excited about being possible. Lean on faith that if it's not the right opportunity for you, that the right opportunity is still coming. And I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time through the eyes of love. Okay, and that's in alignment with the Five of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So rechecking your how you've viewed things in the past, how you viewed people in the past, viewed opportunity, yourself, the story that you've told yourself, not only about yourself, but about other people. Look at them from a different perspective, you know, and with judgment, with forgiveness and balance and equanimity and fairness, not with shame or guilt or sort of any negative sort of punishment that you feel may be assigned to those people, but look at it objectively to really think about it and how those things worked out. And that, oh, right under that we have the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. So that's going to bring even further clarity and a point of union and commitment and conviction and reciprocity within yourself, or within your understanding of a relationship or a connection or a person that may be significant to how things are going to develop for you next. So don't rush to any decisions, but just take the time to consider those things. It can be very helpful, very advantageous. Okay, that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. The rest of the monthly readings will be available. I think they should all be out and released by tomorrow. So if you're interested in the monthly readings, all signs should be out by tomorrow. And if you're interested in the extended readings, I've opened up a Patreon that you can subscribe to if you're interested in the extended readings. And that is all. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a fantastic weekend. See you on Monday.